Hey guys, welcome back to the video. I hope you guys are having a great day. Natural gas again has stayed into the consolidation zone for the whole day, and now it is starting to show a little bit of momentum, but it is going both ways, showing that it is very hard for the traders to make the decision if the long traders are going to win or the short traders. Maybe I might be able to answer that question for you. Now, Aussie LNG export revenue is up by 28% in March, and on the other end, Chinese LNG imports rise by 17% in March. Now, before we get into all of this, if you guys are here for the first time, you do want to stay up to date with everything to do with natural gas, scroll down, tap the red subscribe button. While you're there, slap a like on the video. You'll just help the YouTube algorithm push the video out to more people. More people will be able to make the decision in what terms of what they want to do with their natural gas trading account. Now, this is really interesting. Australian LNG projects shipped 7.1 million metric tons of LNG in March, which is up on 6.69, which was in February. Now, this is a huge jump. Why is Australia being able to send out more natural gas? Because in February, they actually needed a lot of their own cities, which they required natural gas. What did that mean? They were not able to export as much, and they were able to export much more inside of March as the weather is starting to get a little bit warmer. Now, you do need to understand another thing which is really interesting is at the same time in March, Chinese LNG imports have risen by 17%. Now, keep in mind the import in Q1 were down almost 5%, which is year to year. However, now, just because of March, January and February have been taken over, and overall it is up quite significantly. Now, this is not only from Aussie, they're not just correlating, they obviously also got it from other countries, and seeing that yuan was used to get one of the largest natural gas shipment, and that was the first time yuan was used as the trading currency, and that only happened about 5 days ago. And seeing they're already starting to get more natural gas into the country shows that maybe in the future US dollar might be in a little bit of trouble. Now, if we look at the price action right now, as you guys can see, after the Monday open consolidation zone, yesterday night or yesterday trading session, we did see that the market was starting to climb up. Then we went into a little bit of consolidation zone, and just from the past 5 hours, we're able to see massive moves. But if you look at the buy and the sell orders, it is very clear that the buyers are clearly outweighing the sellers. But there is a lot of resistance zone around this point, which is causing a lot of sell orders to come in. What does that mean? It is causing the price not be able to break above a lot of important points. Now, on the RSI line, again, these two bars which took us back to the central zone put RSI line also into the center zone. So now retail investors and also the big whales have more opportunity to buy into natural gas, and that is exactly what we're seeing in the near future. The buy orders are clearly starting to outweigh the sell orders, and personally I feel like once we break above the 2.5 zone, there will be not much slowing down the price of natural gas. And considering that we're getting closer and closer to the end of April, the weather is a little bit colder inside of America. And another thing which is extremely important is you guys need to understand that the G7 meeting actually came in favor of natural gas, as they will be putting more investment into natural gas in the future, and the group 7 countries is a big thing. Now, Shell restarts field operation in UK North Sea. Now, Shell is one of the oil companies. Said on Tuesday it has restarted operations at the Perth field in UK Central North Sea following an upgrade to allow gas to be produced at the location after years of it producing only oil. Now, this is great because you need to understand that UK will be able to produce more natural gas. They will be able to provide it to EU, and that will just help that the demand and also the supply might be able to be a little bit meh. Because as everything is going, we know for a fact by the end of the year, Russia will not be allowing natural gas exports to be making their way to the EU. Yes, they will be supplying it to other countries in the Asia, but EU will not be receiving that, but EU still needs to find an alternate source, and the only way they will be able to do that is if they actually find their own source, and that is exactly what UK is doing. Now, legal attack on EU calling nuclear power gas sustainable. Now, environmental organizations are challenging the EU classifying nuclear power and gas as sustainable energy sources at the European Court of Justice. They say the green investment should not go to these industries. So pretty much they do not like the fact that these things, which are obviously they're talking about the nuclear power plants and also the gas, they should not be receiving the investment, which is the green investment to try to make the whole of the environment better. Do I agree with it? Yes, in fact, because Germany does not want that, and the EU in general, it's not fair, because if you want to care for the environment, maybe use the green investment to not go towards something that is not sustainable. Now, Spain, FCC to build large LNG terminal in Germany. Now, a Spanish company is about to, as well as a Turkish Enka, have won a contract to build a LNG regasification terminal in Germany worth about 1 billion euro or 1.1 billion US dollars. Now, this is a big deal because you guys need to understand, if this is built in Germany, this is going to also produce a lot of LNG over time. What will that mean? They will require less imports from around the world, as Germany will be able to provide it to other natural or other EU countries as well. Natural gas will no longer be a problem, and it will be much easier for them to survive. I'm not saying that this is going to produce enough to take over the Russia, but it is still going to help out and try to help the overall environment, and also try to help overall problems that they will have if there is not enough natural gas in the storage when the winter comes. Now, campaigners sue EU for labeling gas and nuclear investments as green. As I mentioned, this is becoming a huge problem in the EU, and personally I do not count the campaigners to be wrong, because we can clearly see that using the green investment to invest in stuff such as gas and nuclear isn't the right thing to do. Now, Canadian advantage in natural gas. Our gas needs to be bigger part of the national conversion of global LNG demand. Now, from East Asia to Western Europe, supply shortage and soaring prices are crushing consumers, shuttering industries, and leaving governments scrambling for new source of supply. And Canada is saying, hey, we will be able to supply you with that new source. And finally, the rebound fades near the $2.44 mark ahead of the China's Q1 GDP. Now, will the market keep climbing? Cautious markets ahead of the key data, lack of major news. The traders are very confused in terms of what direction natural gas will be heading from here. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, drop a like on it. If you're new to the channel, don't want to stay up to date with everything, subscribe. I hope you all have a wonderful day ahead, and I'll see you guys very soon. I'm out. Peace.